In the heart of Los Angeles, nestled within the elegant Fairmont Century Plaza, stood Lumiere Brasserie, a French-inspired restaurant known for its exquisite cuisine and sophisticated ambiance. The brasserie had become a culinary landmark, attracting a diverse clientele ranging from Hollywood celebrities to discerning food enthusiasts. Its reputation was built not only on its delectable dishes, but also on the impeccable service that patrons had come to expect. One balmy evening, the restaurant was abuzz with the usual symphony of clinking glasses, soft jazz melodies, and the murmur of engaged conversations. The golden glow from the chandeliers bathed the room in a warm light, reflecting off the polished silverware and pristine white tablecloths. Among the sea of diners, a particularly tall and broad-shouldered man entered, his presence commanding attention despite his unassuming demeanor. Dressed in a simple yet well-tailored suit, he exuded an air of quiet confidence. As he made his way to an empty table near the corner, he couldn't help but notice the subtle glances and whispers that followed him. It was not uncommon for patrons to recognize him. After all, his face had once been plastered across billboards and television screens. However, tonight, he sought nothing more than a peaceful dining experience, away from the limelight. A young waiter named Lucas approached the table, his expression a mix of professionalism and thinly veiled impatience. Lucas had been with Lumiere for just over a year, and while he prided himself on his efficiency, he sometimes allowed his judgments to cloud his interactions with guests. "Good evening, sir," Lucas greeted, forcing a smile. "Welcome to Lumiere. May I start you off with something to drink?" The man looked up, his deep-set eyes meeting Lucas's gaze. "Water will be fine, thank you," he replied, his voice resonant and calm. Lucas nodded, jotting down the order. "Still or sparkling?" "Still, please." As Lucas turned on his heel to fetch the water, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had seen the man before. Perhaps he was a former athlete or a television personality. Shrugging off the thought, he returned moments later with a chilled bottle of water and poured it into the crystal glass. "Are you ready to order, or would you like a few more minutes with the menu?" Lucas inquired, pen poised over his notepad. "I'll have the steak frites, medium rare," the man said, handing the menu back to Lucas. "Very well," Lucas replied, scribbling down the order. "It will be out shortly." As the man waited, he observed the restaurant's decor, the intricate tile work, the vintage furnishings, and the lush outdoor terrace visible through the large windows. Lumiere had indeed captured the essence of a Parisian brasserie, seamlessly blending classic charm with modern elegance. Meanwhile, Lucas couldn't shake his curiosity. He discreetly approached a fellow waiter, whispering, "Do you recognize the guy at table 7? He looks familiar." The other waiter glanced over and shrugged. "Not sure. Maybe he's someone famous trying to lay low." Lucas smirked. "Well, if he's expecting special treatment, he's not getting it from me." Back at table 7, the man patiently awaited his meal, occasionally glancing at his phone. When the steak frites arrived, he thanked Lucas and began his meal. The steak was cooked to perfection, the fries crisp and golden. It was evident that the kitchen staff upheld the restaurant's esteemed reputation. As he dined, a couple approached his table, their faces alight with excitement. "Excuse us," the woman began, "but aren't you Shaquille O'Neal?" The man smiled warmly, nodding. "Yes, I am." The couple beamed. "We're huge fans. It's such an honor to meet you." "Thank you," Shaquille replied graciously. "I appreciate your support." Lucas, who had been observing the interaction from a distance, felt a flush of embarrassment creep up his neck. He had been curt and dismissive to one of the most recognizable figures in sports and entertainment. Moreover, he recalled hearing rumors among the staff that Shaquille O'Neal was not just a patron, but had significant ties to the restaurant industry, including ownership stakes in various establishments. Realizing his oversight, Lucas approached the table with a renewed sense of professionalism. "Mr. O'Neal, I apologize if my service was not up to standard this evening. It's truly an honor to have you dine with us. Shaquille looked up, his expression unreadable for a moment before breaking into a forgiving smile. No worries, Lucas. We all have off days. Lucas nodded appreciatively, vowing to approach his role with greater humility and attentiveness in the future. As Shaquille finished his meal and prepared to leave, he left a generous tip on the table, a testament to his graciousness. That evening at Lumiere Brasserie served as a poignant reminder to Lucas and the rest of the staff. Every guest deserved the same level of respect and service, regardless of their appearance or perceived status. After all, in the world of hospitality, one never truly knows the full story of the person sitting across the table. In the heart of Los Angeles, nestled within the opulent Fairmont Century Plaza, Lumiere Brasserie stood as a beacon of French culinary excellence. Its elegant ambiance, adorned with antique furnishings sourced directly from France, and a menu boasting classic bistro staples, attracted a diverse clientele seeking an authentic Parisian experience. One bustling evening, the restaurant hummed with the gentle clinking of glasses and the soft murmur of conversations. Among the patrons was a man of imposing stature, his presence commanding attention as he entered the establishment. Dressed in casual attire, he exuded an air of quiet confidence, his eyes scanning the room before settling into a corner table. As he perused the menu, a waiter approached, his demeanor professional, but with an undercurrent of impatience. "Good evening, sir. May I start you off with something to drink?" he inquired, his tone clipped. The man looked up, offering a warm smile. "Water will be fine, thank you," he replied, his deep voice resonating. The waiter nodded, jotting down the order before continuing. "Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?" "I'll have the steak frites, medium rare," the man responded, handing over the menu. The waiter took the menu, his eyes briefly flickering with a hint of disdain. "Very well," he said curtly, before turning on his heel and walking away. Throughout the meal, the waiter's attitude remained distant, his interactions perfunctory at best. He refilled the water glass without a word, cleared the plates with a terse nod, and presented the bill without making eye contact. The man observed these actions silently, his expression unreadable. He settled the bill, leaving a generous tip despite the lackluster service, and departed the restaurant without a word. The following day, the staff of Lumiere Brasserie gathered for their routine pre-shift meeting. The general manager stood at the helm, addressing the team with customary announcements. As the meeting drew to a close, he added, "Oh, and we have a special guest joining us today. Please extend a warm welcome to Mr. Shaquille O'Neal, the new owner of Lumiere Brasserie." A collective gasp echoed through the room as the towering figure from the previous night stepped forward, a genial smile gracing his face. The waiter's complexion paled as recognition dawned upon him, his mind racing through the events of the prior evening. Shaquille O'Neal addressed the staff with warmth and humility. "I'm excited to be a part of this team and to contribute to the continued success of Lumiere Brasserie. I believe in creating an environment where both staff and guests feel valued and respected." His words resonated with the team, igniting a renewed sense of purpose and camaraderie. The waiter, in particular, felt a surge of remorse for his earlier behavior, vowing to embody the principles of respect and hospitality that Mr. O'Neill espoused. In the days that followed, the atmosphere within Lumiere Brasserie transformed. The staff approached their roles with heightened enthusiasm, fostering an environment where every guest felt welcomed and appreciated. The waiter's interactions became genuine and attentive, his previous aloofness replaced with sincere engagement. Shaquille O'Neal's involvement brought not only a new vision to the establishment, but also a profound lesson in humility and the importance of treating everyone with dignity. The experience served as a poignant reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that every individual, regardless of their outward presentation, deserves respect and kindness. Under Mr. O'Neill's leadership, Lumiere Brasserie flourished, becoming not just a place for exquisite cuisine, but a sanctuary where warmth and hospitality reigned supreme. The waiter's transformation stood as a testament to the power of introspection and the enduring impact of a single, unexpected encounter. In the heart of Los Angeles, the Fairmont Century Plaza stood as a beacon of luxury and refinement. Within its illustrious walls, Lumiere Brasserie offered a slice of Parisian elegance, drawing patrons from all walks of life. The restaurant's ambiance, adorned with antique furnishings sourced directly from France, intricate tile work, and the warm glow of century-old chandeliers, transported diners to a bygone era of sophistication. Forbes Travel Guide. Among the staff was Ava, a young waitress whose tenure at Lumiere was marked by dedication and an innate understanding of true hospitality. Her interactions with guests were genuine, her service impeccable. In contrast, Chase, a senior waiter, exuded an air of superiority that often bordered on arrogance. His demeanor towards certain patrons was dismissive, his service perfunctory. One evening, the restaurant was abuzz with its usual clientele: Hollywood elites, business magnates, and discerning food enthusiasts. Amidst this crowd, a man of imposing stature entered. Dressed in understated attire, he chose a secluded corner, his presence commanding yet unassuming. This was Shaquille O'Neal, former NBA superstar and a man of significant influence in the culinary world. As Shaquille settled into his seat, Chase approached, his expression betraying a hint of condescension. "Good evening, sir. May I start you off with something to drink?" he inquired, his tone lacking warmth. "Just water, thank you," Shaquille replied, his voice calm and measured. Chase nodded, returning shortly with a glass of water. "Are you ready to order, or do you need more time with the menu?" "I'll have the steak frites, medium rare," Shaquille responded, handing over the menu. Chase took the menu without making eye contact. "Very well," he said curtly, before walking away. Ava observed the interaction from a distance, noting the lack of courtesy in Chase's demeanor. She felt a pang of discomfort but hesitated to intervene, bound by the unspoken hierarchy of the staff. Throughout the meal, Chase's service remained indifferent. He refilled Shaquille's water glass without a word, cleared the plates with a terse nod, and presented the bill without making eye contact. Shaquille settled the bill, leaving a generous tip despite the lackluster service, and departed the restaurant without a word. The following day, the staff gathered for their routine pre-shift meeting. The general manager stood at the helm, addressing the team with customary announcements. As the meeting drew to a close, he added, "We have a special guest joining us today. Please extend a warm welcome to Mr. Shaquille O'Neal, the new owner of Lumiere Brasserie." A collective gasp echoed through the room as Shaquille stepped forward, a genial smile gracing his face. Chase's complexion paled as recognition dawned upon him, his mind racing through the events of the prior evening. Shaquille addressed the staff with warmth and humility. "I'm excited to be a part of this team and to contribute to the continued success of Lumiere Brasserie. I believe in creating an environment where both staff and guests feel valued and respected." His words resonated with the team, igniting a renewed sense of purpose and camaraderie. Chase, in particular, felt a surge of remorse for his earlier behavior, vowing to embody the principles of respect and hospitality that Mr. O'Neal espoused. In the days that followed, the atmosphere within Lumiere Brasserie transformed. The staff approached their roles with heightened enthusiasm, fostering an environment where every guest felt welcomed and appreciated. Chase's interactions became genuine and attentive, his previous aloofness replaced with sincere engagement. Shaquille's involvement brought not only a new vision to the establishment, but also a profound lesson in humility and the importance of treating everyone with dignity. The experience served as a poignant reminder that appearances can be deceiving and that every individual, regardless of their outward presentation, deserves respect and kindness. Under Shaquille's leadership, Lumiere Brasserie flourished, becoming not just a place for exquisite cuisine, but a sanctuary where warmth and hospitality reigned supreme. Chase's transformation stood as a testament to the power of introspection and the enduring impact of a single, unexpected encounter. He Evening Sun cast a golden hue over the bustling streets of Beverly Hills as patrons filled the opulent dining room of La Lumiere. The restaurant's reputation for exclusivity and elegance had made it a beacon for the city's elite, each table a stage for whispered deals and social performances. Amidst this orchestrated display of refinement, a subtle undercurrent of judgment often flowed, unseen but palpable. At a secluded corner table, Jordan M. Sinclair sat in quiet observation. His unassuming attire contrasted sharply with the tailored suits and designer gowns that adorned the other guests. To the untrained eye, he appeared out of place, a solitary figure amidst a sea of curated opulence. Yet beneath this modest facade lay a man of substantial influence and vision, the majority stakeholder of La Lumiere. Throughout the evening, Jordan had been the subject of subtle dismissals and overt condescension, particularly from Chase, a senior waiter whose service was as cold as the marble floors. Chase's disdain was evident in every curt response and indifferent gesture, a stark contrast to the warmth that hospitality demanded. As the night progressed, the weight of these interactions settled heavily upon Jordan. He had invested in La Lumiere with the aspiration of creating a sanctuary where elegance and inclusivity coexisted, a place where every guest felt valued regardless of their exterior. The reality before him painted a different picture, one where appearances dictated worth and superficial judgments overshadowed genuine service. Determined to address this dissonance, Jordan signaled for the manager, Mr. Bennett, a man whose tenure at La Lumiere was marked by a commitment to upholding its esteemed reputation. Mr. Bennett approached with practiced poise, his expression a mask of professional detachment. "Good evening, sir," Mr. Bennett greeted, his tone neutral. "I trust your dining experience has been satisfactory." Jordan met his gaze, the weight of unspoken words hanging between them. "Mr. Bennett," he began, his voice measured, "I believe it's time we had a candid discussion about the ethos of La Lumiere and the direction in which it's headed." A flicker of confusion crossed Mr. Bennett's face, quickly replaced by attentive curiosity. "Of course, sir. May I inquire about the specifics of your concerns?" Jordan gestured subtly around the room, drawing attention to the orchestrated performances at each table, the veneer of sophistication that masked underlying prejudices. It's become apparent that the essence of true hospitality has been overshadowed by a preoccupation with appearances. The warmth and inclusivity that should define our establishment are being compromised. Mr. Bennett nodded slowly, the gravity of Jordan's words sinking in. "I understand, sir. How would you suggest we address this issue?" Jordan leaned forward slightly, his demeanor exuding both authority and empathy. "It begins with introspection and accountability. Our staff must be reminded that every individual who walks through these doors carries a story, a dignity that deserves recognition beyond superficial judgments." As the conversation unfolded, the ambient noise of the restaurant seemed to fade, the focus narrowing to the pivotal exchange between owner and manager. Chase, who had been observing from a distance, felt a growing unease, the earlier confidence in his demeanor giving way to apprehension. Jordan's gaze shifted, settling on Chase with a penetrating intensity. "Mr. Bennett, I believe it's imperative that we address specific instances where our values have been compromised. Understanding the implication, Mr. Bennett turned to Chase, his expression unreadable. Chase, would you please join us? Chase approached hesitantly, the usual swagger in his step noticeably absent. Yes, Mr. Bennett? Jordan's eyes remained fixed on Chase, his tone unwavering. Chase, do you recall our interactions this evening? Chase swallowed hard, nodding. Yes, sir. Jordan continued, his voice carrying the weight of authority tempered with an undercurrent of disappointment. Would you say that your conduct reflected the standards of service that La Lumiere strives to uphold? Chase's gaze dropped, shame coloring his features. No, sir, it did not. A silence settled over the trio, heavy with unspoken ramifications. Jordan allowed the moment to linger before speaking again. Chase, every individual who enters this establishment entrusts us with more than their appetite. They offer us their presence, their time. It's our duty to honor that trust with unwavering respect and genuine hospitality. Chase nodded, the lesson piercing through the armor of his previously held prejudices. I understand, sir. I apologize for my behavior and any discomfort I may have caused. Jordan's expression softened slightly, recognizing the sincerity in Chase's admission. Acknowledgement is the first step toward growth. I trust that moving forward, your actions will align with the values we hold dear. Yes, sir, they will, Chase affirmed, a renewed determination evident in his voice. Mr. Bennett observed the exchange, the dynamics of power and humility playing out in real time. Turning to Jordan, he inquired, Sir, how would you like to proceed in reinforcing these principles among the staff? Jordan considered the question, his vision for La Lumiere crystallizing. We'll implement comprehensive training sessions focused not only on the mechanics of service, but on the philosophy of hospitality. Empathy, respect, and inclusivity will be at the forefront of our curriculum. Mr. Bennett nodded in agreement, the path forward becoming clear. An excellent initiative, sir. I'll coordinate with the team to ensure its swift implementation. As the conversation concluded, Jordan rose from his seat, extending a hand to both men. Gentlemen, together, we'll restore La Lumiere to its rightful place as a sanctuary of genuine hospitality. Both Mr. Bennett and Chase accepted the handshake, the gesture symbolizing a renewed commitment to the restaurant's founding principles. The following week saw a transformation within La Lumiere. The staff engaged in immersive training sessions, delving deep into the art of hospitality, exploring the nuances of human connection, and dismantling biases that hindered authentic service. Ava emerged as a guiding light during these sessions, her innate understanding of empathy serving as an example for her colleagues. Chase, once a symbol of the establishment's shortcomings, became a testament to its evolution. His interactions with patrons grew sincere, his service infused with a newfound respect that transcended appearances. Patrons soon noticed the shift, the atmosphere within La Lumiere becoming warmer, more inviting. The fusion of elegance and inclusivity that Jordan had envisioned was no longer an aspiration but a reality. One evening, as Jordan observed the harmonious symphony of service and satisfaction unfolding before him, he felt a profound sense of fulfillment. La Lumiere had not only reclaimed its status as a culinary gem, but had also become a beacon of genuine hospitality. In the weeks that followed the pivotal evening at La Lumiere, the restaurant underwent a profound transformation. The once palpable undercurrent of judgment and superficiality had been replaced by an atmosphere of genuine warmth and inclusivity. Patrons from all walks of life now felt not only welcomed, but valued. Their presence appreciated beyond the confines of societal status or appearance. At the heart of this metamorphosis was Jordan M. Sinclair, the majority stakeholder whose unassuming visit had unmasked the cracks in the establishment's facade. His commitment to reshaping the culture of La Lumiere was unwavering. Recognizing that true change began from within, Jordan initiated a comprehensive training program aimed at redefining the principles of hospitality among the staff. The program delved deep into the essence of service, emphasizing empathy, respect, and the art of making genuine connections. Workshops were held where staff members shared personal experiences, fostering a sense of unity and understanding. Role-playing scenarios allowed them to step into the shoes of patrons from diverse backgrounds, cultivating a heightened awareness of unconscious biases and the importance of treating every guest with equal regard. Ava, whose innate kindness had shone through even during the restaurant's darker days, emerged as a natural leader during these sessions. Her ability to connect with both colleagues and patrons on a human level became a beacon for others to follow. Recognizing her contributions, Jordan promoted Ava to the position of assistant manager, entrusting her with the responsibility of nurturing the new culture within La Lumiere. Chase, the waiter whose dismissive behavior had once epitomized the restaurant's shortcomings, underwent a personal and professional reckoning. The realization of his own prejudices and the impact they had on others weighed heavily on him. Determined to make amends, he immersed himself in the training, actively seeking feedback and striving to embody the principles being taught. His transformation was not instantaneous, but with time, Chase became one of the most vocal advocates for the new ethos, often mentoring newer staff members and sharing his own journey as a cautionary tale. The patrons of La Lumiere took notice of the shift. Regulars who had once frequented the establishment for its exclusivity now found themselves returning for the genuine connections they formed with the staff. New guests, drawn by word of mouth, were pleasantly surprised by the harmonious blend of elegance and warmth. The restaurant's reviews began to reflect this change, with accolades not only for the exquisite cuisine but also for the unparalleled hospitality. One evening, an elderly couple entered La Lumiere, their modest attire setting them apart from the typically glamorous crowd. In the past, they might have been met with thinly veiled disdain or indifference. However, on this night, Ava greeted them with a genuine smile, guiding them to a prime table near the window. Throughout their meal, they were attended to with the same attentiveness and respect afforded to every guest. As they departed, the couple expressed their heartfelt gratitude, sharing that it was the most valued they had felt in a long time. Such moments became commonplace, each serving as a testament to the success of Jordan's vision. Jordan himself remained a frequent presence at the restaurant, not as an overseer, but as an integral part of the community he had fostered. He would often dine among the patrons, engaging in conversations and ensuring that the spirit of inclusivity remained steadfast. His approachable demeanor and genuine interest in both staff and guests further solidified the familial atmosphere that La Lumiere had come to embody. The journey was not without its challenges. There were moments of resistance, instances where old habits threatened to resurface. Yet, the collective commitment to the new paradigm ensured that such moments were addressed with compassion and used as opportunities for growth. The staff held each other accountable, understanding that the integrity of their shared vision depended on mutual support and continuous self-reflection. As months turned into years, La Lumiere's reputation as a sanctuary of genuine hospitality spread far and wide. It became more than just a dining establishment. It was a symbol of what was possible when authenticity triumphed over pretense. Other restaurants looked to La Lumiere as a model, seeking to emulate its success not through mimicry, but by embracing the core values that had propelled its transformation. For Jordan, the true reward lay not in the accolades or the financial success, but in the myriad of stories that unfolded within the walls of La Lumiere. Stories of connections made, of barriers broken, and of lessons learned. He often reflected on that fateful evening when he had walked into his own restaurant, unnoticed and underestimated. It served as a poignant reminder of the work that remained in challenging societal norms and fostering environments where every individual was seen and valued. In the end, La Lumiere stood as a beacon of hope and a testament to the transformative power of humility, empathy, and unwavering commitment to one's principles. The lessons served within its walls extended far beyond the confines of the dining room, leaving an indelible mark on all who crossed its threshold. In the heart of Beverly Hills, La Lumiere stood as a beacon of culinary excellence, its reputation built upon a foundation of elegance and exclusivity. The restaurant's clientele comprised the city's elite, each visit a testament to their refined tastes and social standing. The staff, meticulously trained, upheld an unwavering standard of service, ensuring that every detail contributed to an atmosphere of sophistication. Among the staff was Ava, a waitress whose genuine warmth and attentiveness had endeared her to both colleagues and patrons alike. Her approach to service was rooted in the belief that every guest deserved respect and care, regardless of their appearance or demeanor. In contrast, Chase, a senior waiter, exuded an air of superiority, often allowing his judgments to color his interactions. His service, while efficient, lacked the sincerity that distinguished true hospitality. One evening, the restaurant buzzed with its usual symphony of clinking glasses and hushed conversations. Amidst the sea of designer attire and polished appearances, a man of imposing stature entered. Dressed in understated clothing, he moved with a quiet confidence, his presence commanding attention despite his unassuming demeanor. This was Jordan M. Sinclair, majority stakeholder of La Lumiere, though his identity remained unknown to most of the staff. As Jordan settled into a corner table, he observed the restaurant's ambiance, noting the intricate details that contributed to its esteemed reputation. His intention was to experience the establishment from a patron's perspective, to gauge whether the values he cherished were being upheld. Unbeknownst to him, this evening would unveil more than he anticipated. Chase approached the table, his demeanor reflecting a subtle disdain for Jordan's modest appearance. "Good evening, sir," he greeted, his tone devoid of warmth. "May I start you off with something to drink?" "Just water, please," Jordan replied, his voice calm and measured. Chase nodded, returning shortly with a glass of water. "Are you ready to order, or do you need more time with the menu?" "I'll have the steak frites, medium rare," Jordan responded, handing over the menu. Chase took the menu without making eye contact. "Very well," he said curtly before walking away. Throughout the meal, Chase's service remained indifferent. He refilled Jordan's water glass without a word, cleared the plates with a terse nod, and presented the bill without making eye contact. Jordan settled the bill, leaving a generous tip despite the lackluster service, and departed the restaurant without a word. The following day, the staff gathered for their routine pre-shift meeting. The general manager stood at the helm, addressing the team with customary announcements. As the meeting drew to a close, he added, "We have a special guest joining us today. Please extend a warm welcome to Mr. Jordan M. Sinclair, the majority stakeholder of La Lumiere." A collective gasp echoed through the room as Jordan stepped forward, a genial smile gracing his face. Chase's complexion paled as recognition dawned upon him, his mind racing through the events of the prior evening. Jordan addressed the staff with warmth and humility. "I'm excited to be a part of this team and to contribute to the continued success of La Lumiere. I believe in creating an environment where both staff and guests feel valued and respected." His words resonated with the team, igniting a renewed sense of purpose and camaraderie. Chase, in particular, felt a surge of remorse for his earlier behavior, vowing to embody the principles of respect and hospitality that Mr. Sinclair espoused. In the days that followed, the atmosphere within La Lumiere transformed. The staff approached their roles with heightened enthusiasm, fostering an environment where every guest felt welcomed and appreciated. Chase's interactions became genuine and attentive, his previous aloofness replaced with sincere engagement. Jordan's involvement brought not only a new vision to the establishment, but also a profound lesson in humility and the importance of treating everyone with dignity. The experience served as a poignant reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that every individual, regardless of their outward presentation, deserves respect and kindness. Under Jordan's leadership, La Lumiere flourished, becoming not just a place for exquisite cuisine, but a sanctuary where warmth and hospitality reigned supreme. Chase's transformation stood as a testament to the power of introspection and the enduring impact of a single, unexpected encounter. If you enjoyed this story and would like to hear more inspiring tales, please subscribe to our channel. Your support motivates us to continue creating meaningful content.